What is up, guys? What is up? So I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a few days. I got really sick on Friday, and then I tried to drop a video on the Bad Bunny thing last night. Got copyright. So I'm just going to keep moving forward. If you want to hear my Bad Bunny thoughts, it's all over X. But today I'm actually going to talk about Thomas Massie. Because Thomas Massie has been going extremely hard on getting transparency with the Epstein files. He's a Republican. He's from Kentucky, congressman from Kentucky. And he is like the head of the charge on this. And right now, Congress is going through the files all week long, going through the unredacted files, looking through it. And seeing all the names that, if you saw in my previous videos, all the names and the emails of the men supposedly that were redacted. So, let's get into it, shall we? Boom! All right, so you see there's Thomas Massie. And before I play this, I just want to give a shout out to, actually, before I give a shout out to, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell on my YouTube channel at TownsleyR, and also follow me on X at Ryan Townsley. Townsley, I should say, RyanTownsLay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still recovering from this cold. My mind is all over the place. But let's give a shout out to Vinnie from PBD Podcast. Vinnie, probably my favorite guy on the podcast. I'm not a fan of Adam. Tom is 50-50, PBD's 50-50, but Vinnie seems to stay true to his convictions. So let's just hear what Vinnie has to say here.
Tom, unredacted. What? You're not showing the guys that were involved their emails? Mm-hmm. Good. That's what we want to see. Why are you hiding that? I don't want to see any girls' names. Who was the dude that was saying, I want a little kid and I want to do this? And, who? Epstein, I saw another one, Pat. He's buying 33 gallons of sulfuric acid.
That is such Breaking Bad shit right there. If you guys have ever seen Breaking Bad, that's the stuff that they had in those gallon tubs, those giant barrels, where they would melt dead bodies, right? So if the conspiracy theories are true, that he was Mossad, he was CIA, he was killing people, sex trafficking people, etc., then yeah, it would make sense that he would need sulfuric acid.
What is that for? Who is that person? And you know what bothers me, Tom? If they don't unredact them, who's to say? Because, by the way, I used to drink, right? I'm done. I'm finished with it, Pat. Sometimes I see people drinking. I'm like, yeah, man, I remember those times. There's no AA for pedophiles and people that are sick like that. So if you think they've stopped doing it, you're crazy. There's not another Epstein Island, Pat, but they're somewhere doing that again. That sickness doesn't stop. So for the government to black out the names, why are you doing that? You're protecting them? I want to see these people. We deserve it. 3 million. Congratulations. Good for it. I think that ad is a little bit messed up because why do the Democrats care about these 3 million files the past 4 years?
Who funded that? Who funded that ad?
And then they go on to talk about the Super Bowl ad. But I liked the point that he made about alcoholism and stuff, because if you're a pedophile, right, it's a sickness, it's a disease, it's evil, it's addicting to those who partake in that. So obviously, if they're still out there, they're probably still committing these atrocities, which is really concerning. And that's why our FBI and DOJ have failed us so bad, because if they are not transparent and they're covering this up, that means they're allowing this to continue over and over again. If you guys have watched the movie Sound of Freedom, tough watch, just brutal, hard to get through, very disturbing. But it's like, those are the type of people that the DOJ and the FBI are protecting, except these people aren't South American gangsters. They are our politicians. But Thomas Massie, like I mentioned, him and Congress are going through all the files, unredacted, at least the 3 million that were released. I have heard rumors that the next 3 million are now not going to be released at all, which is just a shame. And I think it goes against the law. But let's just listen to what Thomas Massie said about that today. He was on CNN with Caitlin Collins. Thomas Massie says the Justice Department unredacted Les Wexner's name from the Epstein document today after he asked why a well-known retired CEO was blacked out where he was listed as a co-conspirator. Les Wexner, let's just double check who that is. Oops. Oh, from Victoria's Secret. Bro, of course it's Victoria's Secret. So his name was blacked out of the files, but now Massie's exposing him? Holy shit. All right, let's get into it.
An example of something, maybe it wasn't intentional on their part. I'd like to hear his take on the redaction of the CEO, who's listed as a co-conspirator in the 2019 child sex trafficking case.
So can I ask you, because, and I want to ask if this is the same person, Todd Blanche also said about that tonight that the document you're citing there has victim names in it,
Correct.
seeming to say that's why there are redactions. He said, we have just unredacted Les Wexner's name from this document, but his name already appears in the file.
The document you cite has numerous victim names. We have just unredacted Les Wexner's name from this document, but his name already appears in the files thousands of times. DOJ is hiding nothing. Yeah, but why redact him?
Thousands of other times, and he says the Justice Department is hiding nothing. Is that the retired CEO that you're referencing?
It is. He unredacted it after I found it. That's a problem. And I'm glad they've admitted they made a mistake by redacting that.
So you're saying it was redacted when you went in there today, and after you tweeted that, they unredacted it?
Correct. Now he's got 4 other names he needs to unredact that he
This guy's doing holy work. Let me just rewind that for a second. So Thomas Massie puts the pressure and then they unredact it. Is that what I got from that?
Now he's got 4 other names he needs to unredact. Did he respond to that?
When you went in there today, and after you tweeted that, they unredacted it?
Correct. Now he's got 4 other names he needs to unredact. Did he respond to that? There's a list of 20 people. And there's 4 men in there that need to be unredacted. Here's another troubling thing that I found.
Can you say who those 4 men are tonight?
I don't think they're well known, and so if I did, it wouldn't matter, but I could probably say them on the floor of the House. But I'll give the DOJ a chance to do what they did in these 2 examples, where I've discovered something and now they've responded.
Thank God for this man. Because even if there's nothing there, he's getting them to unredact things. This guy says Thomas Massie shouldn't just win his next election, that Israeli billionaires are spending oceans of money to stop. He should be president. Well, let me just say this. When Donald Trump ran in 2016, he was talking about draining the swamp. Now, Thomas Massie runs in 2028. He could say he actually drained the swamp.
When will you change your party affiliation to Democrat?
I thought you knew. I vote with Republicans 91% of the time. And the 9% I don't, they're taking up for pedophiles, starting another war, bankrupting our country.
Whoa, what? Is this real? Did he actually, this is an AI, is it? Did he actually say that? That looked real. Hold up. Let's listen to that again.
When will you change your party affiliation to Democrat?
I thought you knew. I vote with Republicans 91% of the time. And the 9% I don't, they're taking up for pedophiles, starting another war, bankrupting our country.
Damn. Holy shit. I mean, he has the same values as conservatives. He's anti-woke. He's not a socialist. He's not part of the transing the kids movement. He's a Republican. He's a Republican that just wants low spending, no international conflicts, and doesn't want to cover up pedophiles. I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. Now, obviously, to Trump supporters who support the regime change in Venezuela, they should support regime change in Iran. Of course, they might see Thomas Massie as a threat. But I think Thomas Massie is actually a good asset for Republicans because, I don't know, that kind of seems like the future. A lot of people are, you know, signing up for the Massie train. And then he had this long tweet thread. He just dropped this. This is significant because, excuse me. Sorry, guys, I'm really sick. So I guess Todd Blanche said, the document you cite has numerous victims' names. We have just unredacted Les Wexner's name from the document, but his name already... Okay, so that's what I read earlier. So Thomas Massie was responding by saying, this is significant because Kash Patel testified to Congress that FBI had no evidence of other sex traffickers. This is FBI's own 2019 document listing Wexner as a co-conspirator in child sex trafficking. It wasn't unredacted until tonight. Bro, I mean, he's doing God's work. Like, this is a good thing, right? I mean, look at this creep. You telling me this old man ran Victoria's Secret? This old man was like, yeah, I like boobs. I like butts. I'm going to make my own laundry. I'm going to run the lingerie. Guys, my mind is not right today, guys. But then it continues. Here, DOJ acts as if they were justified in redacting the men's names simply because the document contains victims' names. Tonight, they learned you can redact victim names while still publishing the other names per our law. You got to follow the law. That's what the law that Congress made. Got to follow it. Until tonight, no one knew who sent the torture video to Epstein. I went to DOJ, unredacted the email, and reverse searched the email to discover it was a Sultan's. Our law requires victims' information to be redacted, not information of men who sent Epstein torture porn. Yeah, so then I saw this too about the torture video. They unredacted the name. A Sultan. Hold on. Who the hell is A Sultan? Hold on. They're saying he's this looks like an old. What is A Sultan? Sorry. Sultan Ahmed. I'm just going to have to. I'm not going to remember that. CEO of DP World. What's DP World? So this guy, hold up, where did I see that? So this man sent Epstein an email. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. What? This is blowing my mind. Emirati businessman. He is the chairman of DP World. Is a multinational logistics company based in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Specializes in cargo logistics, port terminal operations, maritime services, and free trade zones. Guys, what do you think we're on those cargo ships? They're talking about torture videos. I mean, did DP World? Or do they have something to do with sex trafficking? I don't know. Guys, this is so crazy. Steve Bannon's career is over. So this says, Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just socializing with Steve Bannon DOJ and House Oversight records show sustained coordination from 2017 to 2019. Epstein advised Bannon on funding. Need to understand flow of funds, strategy, and messaging. Brilliant. Help me develop that argument. He pushed EU figures, claimed governments would fall as planned, arranged foreign introductions, and warned Bannon to take no heat. Remy. Their collaboration ended only when Epstein was arrested in 2019. Yeah, Bannon is all over the files, guys. Europe can be a wife, not a mistress. I don't know what that means. If you're going to play here, you have to spend time. Europe by remote doesn't work. Lots and lots of FaceTime and hand-holding. Hicks. Yeah, guys. And then I saw this. Steve Bannon was planning to produce a pro-Epstein documentary on the day of Financier's arrest. Emails revealed that Bannon was making arrangements for a redemption documentary to counter damaging narratives advanced by Netflix Jeffrey Epstein Filthy Rich, which is a great documentary. Go watch that documentary. The Bannon project was going to feature testimonials by Epstein pals like Michael Wolff. Guys, this is why Trump didn't want this out. It's so obvious. I mean, Steve Bannon and Trump are close. Like, the relationship between Steve Bannon and Donald Trump has been a volatile bromance to breakup dynamic characterized by intense ideological alignment. Allies during the 26 campaign and early White House days, followed by a public falling out, and later a complex, more distant engagement. Bannon served as Trump's 2016 campaign CEO and chief White House strategy during the American First Nationalist platform being pushed out in 2017. But weren't they friends? Yeah, continued influence. Continue influence 2025 to 26. By 2025, Bannon continued to influence Trump from outside the administration, reportedly advising him on policy matters like the conflict in Ukraine. Bannon has continued to advocate for a third term or nationalist agenda, often positioning himself as an outside amplifier of Trump's MAGA policies. Guys, Marjorie Taylor Greene claimed that when she was meeting with Donald Trump on the Epstein files, Donald Trump got angry and was screaming and yelling that if you release the files, it's going to destroy all these people's lives. Bannon was probably one of them. Bannon's got some splaining to do, guys. Breaking. The FBI concludes Jeffrey Epstein was not running the sex ring. FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. Files show. I think the files show otherwise, guys. But oh, here's another email just to add one more email. Let's just do one more email and another email because there's so many. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to redacted, of course. Gare is frozen food. Mark Loyal is finance. Lyndon Lee is Mary Co. Sign equals AO. And then at the end, Hyatt is sex slave. Redacted. At the bottom it says frozen food, right? Smiley face. I don't know if you guys have seen the beef jerky code words, just like the pizza code words. There's been a lot of emails about beef jerky, but when they describe beef jerky, it doesn't sound like they're talking about beef jerky. They're talking about putting beef jerky in the freezer, talking about how beef jerky's walking around with arms and legs. We're dealing with some code words, some dark shit, some really scary shit, guys. But I think that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell on my YouTube at Townsley R, and follow me on X at Ryan Townsley. This is Townsley R signing out. Bye bye.